Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, it's a lovely day, very cold. I'm glad I'm working out in the sunshine, and today we're going to be looking at my new raised beds and how we've constructed them and things I've put into place that will help me in the future, hopefully. So let's get on and have a look. So all around where these beds are going in, I've got a crisscross of string lines. There's one running that way, and over there there's one running that way, and when I get down and eye it all through, it looks half decent, and it's got to look right. So that's the way I'm going to level the beds up. So as long as the string lines are half decent with the top of the beds, and we follow all the lines, hopefully it'll be okay. I'm struggling with the bright sunshine, but hopefully you'll get the idea. So basically I've fastened these to those using a couple of screws, and then we've fixed those posts in the corner to hold it all together. As you can see at the moment, we're not true, so I've been using the tape measure to go down from the string line to the concrete block to make sure the block is deep enough but not too deep. And then I've pre-drilled the bottom of those posts, and then we'll drive those screws in so that they're just above the wood. So when they sit on the plastic membrane on top of the blocks, there's no water none of this should touch the ground, and the water shouldn't travel up these posts. It's a bit difficult to show you any other way than this. So this now will go down the corner post, and we'll show you how we actually line that up, and hopefully you can see with the bright sunshine. So I've got two pieces of wood, one shorter than the other. To help get this up in the air, just pop this under and use this as a lever, and then lift it up, and depending on the height you need, just move this closer and closer, and bump until you've got the desired height. That way, when we sit this post on that slab, I should be putting the membrane on afterwards. Yeah, I found it's been slipping all over the place. Bottom one first, then the top one. Shan't bore you with those two, and then hopefully when you take them out, they're sitting exactly where you want them, all within a reason. I'm not overly fussy, but it is nice to get it reasonably accurate. Now, because of the length of these beds, I was a little concerned about these bowing outwards with the weight. I didn't want to drive any more stakes in. I will drive some in to hold them in place while I'm putting the material in. So this is what I've come up with. I've put a piece of wood in there. This is some of the wood that I've got from swapping the compost. It's a decent width, it's tannalised. This is there to stop these two planks from separating and to just give it a little bit of strength. And then I've passed a length of wire through the, not quite the centre of each scaffold plank, probably a third down and a third up, and then knotted it to get it so that it's reasonable. I've used my ratchet strap to pull the boards in, and unfortunately, now this one's done, this bottom one is slightly in, but I'd rather it be slightly in than bowing right out. Now Michael Jacobs, pop across to his channel, that's Michael Jacobs, he had the same with his beds, a little bit higher, and that made me think extra hard. And hopefully the bottom wire, as you can see, is quite taut, because that was easiest, and then obviously trying to knot it at the top, it's not going to be quite as good, but hopefully time will tell on this whether it's actually worked. We've used metal braces in the polytunnel, but I didn't want to use a metal brace in here. I wanted something a little bit simpler, and I've got plenty of this wire and it's free. So we've lined it with plastic all the way around, and I've only stapled at the top, and we've got a little bit of overlap just in case the soil pushes through to the other side. And where the holes are, and I'd put some extra staples, I've just siliconed that up. So you can see there, a couple of staples, and I'll put some more silicone on that one, and hopefully this will hold together nicely. Now this is where's my hand? I can just get 4 fingers under there at the soil level at that, but I do like to have at least 6 to 8 inches, so I've been taking more soil out here and popping in there, mainly because when you look at all this material that I have got and then look at the beds, it won't hurt to have some of the soil from out the paths. Now at the level we're at, where the path is, it is full of stones, and I do stone pick, so all that material will go into the bottom, and then we can start layering it with all the materials that we've been collecting over the last 12 months or so. And that's typically what we'll see. I'll be putting the no dig raised bed video up at the end, so if you haven't seen that one, pop back to that one as well. But under there's the 4 screws, so hopefully there'll be no soil touching these boards whatsoever, and when we dig this out a bit more, the wood chips will be just touching it. I don't really want the issues that we've had with the wood chips touching the raised boxes. And you can see we've got the same there. When we do wood chip, we'll only wood chip as close as we can, but not really touching the boards. And that's my triple compost bin. I don't mind them touching a bit. Obviously we've been running the wheelbarrow up here, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to achieve, so there's no moisture touching those boards. So those are the boards that we've got. They're the offcuts. They might come in for the square foot gardening, and as we've previously said before, if your screws are too long, put them in at an angle. Works really well. And of course, any points, any stakes on your allotments, always cover them up. We've only got our eyes and we only get one chance with them. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone. Everybody knows that I monetize, and the adverts are there. And last year I managed to get enough pennies together to buy all the scaffolds for this scaffold planks for this project. I've bought 2 boxes of those screws, a box of those screws for the bottom of the stakes, and that idea was passed to me on one of the videos that we did for the no dig that you'll see shortly. We've also purchased that roll of plastic to line the beds. I've got a little bit left from what I found in the skip, but because it was such a good stuff, I've been and purchased some. You can garden on a budget, you can scratch and scrape, but sometimes we have to buy things. Sometimes we can get free timber, and we can definitely get free pallet collars, and these blocks come in really useful as well. In one of the next videos we'll be looking at the materials that we use to fill these raised beds and how I'm laying them with the materials that we've got. And I'm really looking forward to getting all these 8 beds in, having enough of material, and then the square foot gardening beds down this end. So thank you again everyone for those that support me by watching my videos from start to finish, and if you have liked the content, please consider subscribing. If not, thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you all again another time. Ta-ra for now. That should sweeten my parsnips up.